Back to the channel with Big Boss Crypto, bringing on a day trading analysis on Bitcoin and on Hedera Hashgraph. Today we have a lot of things going on in the world, and Bitcoin is holding above the 22k area. This is a thing of concern because we have a lot of black swan events bubbling in the surface. But let's look at the charts. So if you take a look at what Bitcoin has done in the past couple of days, we can see it's been hovering around the 21.5k to 22k area, an accumulation zone, and I don't think this is a good thing, and I'm gonna tell you why in a moment. But just let's go through the volume candles. To the upside, we have the first target at 22.5k, next one at 22.7. If we break those two and looking for a reversal, we could go all the way up to 23.2k. If we break this high at 23.4, we have a volume candle up here at 24k. However, we have them as well to the downside. First one here at 21.7. If we break this structure here at 21.3, break this low, we could go down to 21k and even possibly to 20, 19.5k, 19k, 18.5k. And I marked off these half and whole numbers, 19 and 18.5k, starting from there. We have a lot of volume candles in those zones on every time frame. And here on the 1 hour time frame we have them as well, quite large one as well. So it's an interesting thing to mark up in the chart because we could get the reversal in one of those points. And accumulation usually isn't good. I'm going to show you why here on the daily chart for Bitcoin. We did this thing in the past where we stalled in an area around the 25k area and then we reversed. We haven't broken this high here at 25.2, which I said if we break that, I will say that we are in a bullish market. We haven't yet, and this is still a dead cat bounce until it is not. And to not be that, we have to break 25.2k. So we did the kind of same pattern here. We marked off a big move to the upside, and then we had a couple of days of, basically weeks of accumulation in the zone, same as we do here. And then we had huge candles to the downside. And I think we're going to continue with this type of pattern in the coming weeks. Because when we look at the news, yesterday the CPI numbers higher than expected. Inflation isn't slowing down. We have the Empire State Manufacturing Index coming out today. And we have the core PPI numbers tomorrow. Quite interesting news plays because that will solidify if the Fed's actions are basically impacting the economy or not. If we take a look at next week, we have the flash PMI numbers, we have the GDP numbers. This will be a big one during next week. And if we take a look at the world news events, you know, the earthquake in Turkey and in Syria. We have the thing in Ohio, which they don't cover here as much as they do on Twitter, but basically a natural disaster in Ohio, which will impact the US economy for sure. But that isn't covered on CNN at least, and a lot of the big news media don't cover it. However, we have the balloon, which has been shut down in the US, or balloons. There has been several of them from China, hovering above the North America. And we have the war in Russia and Ukraine, or whatever that is going on over there. So a lot of black swan event potential in the world right now. Be very careful. This isn't a bullish environment for a bull market, in my opinion. If we take a look at the liquidation map, we can see here a lot of shorts have been coming in lately. We have a cluster here around 22,800 to let's say 23.6k. A big cluster of money in that area, and I think we might have a tap up there, and then we might reverse and recover some of the liquidation points to the downside. Because if we zoom out as much as possible, I think that there is more money to be made to the downside than it is to the upside. Pretty interesting. Let's see what happens. But that's it. So if we take a look at HBAR, we have seen a nice pump after the Dell news announcement. We have had a pump from 6 cents approximately up to almost 10 cents. We had a touch of the 9.8 cent mark. Wow, what a nice move to the upside from one of our favorite projects, which is HBAR, and it has a huge long-term potential, and you might want to look into it if you're not already doing so. If we take a look on the day trading setup, we can see that we have a lot more volume cans to the downside than to the upside. If we zoom out a bit, the close one to the upside is at 11 cents. In order for us to go to that point, Bitcoin needs to break the 24k area. That is where I might see HBAR pumping up to these price points. However, I do think we could have a move to the downside and recover some of the volume cans below. And in order for us to basically confirm that, we need to break this low right here at 7.8 cents. If we do that, we could do a move like this, recover some of the volume counts to downside, and I do think we could bottom out at 6.4 cents locally, and we could drop even lower if the macro environment turns to be very bearish. But for day trading, you do want to set your next targets and day trade the swing high and swing lows. And I do think we could have a little bit more of a drop to the downside, recover some of these volume candles and fill those orders to the downside. At least the first one here at 7.6 cents. That's it for today's day trading update. None of this is financial advice. All of this is just for education and entertainment only. I'll come back to you with another market update on Friday. See you soon. Take care. Big Boss out.